I started Aaliyah in Action just really a few months after the stillbirth of my daughter. I had a very healthy pregnancy up until it just wasn't. And I delivered Aaliyah on December 1st, 2020 at GW Hospital in DC. And immediately I knew I had to do something in this space. A lot of it was because my family and friends supported me so well, and I realized that that was a privilege. Not everybody receives that level of support, and so I wanted to extend it to others. And also part of me felt like I had to do something because I had no idea that loss was even occurring at the rate that it is. And I thought I was so educated and I thought I knew a lot about the world, and once it smacks you in the face with a loss like that and you hear how often this is happening to people all around you, it really motivated me to want to do something to let people know that they're not alone, because I felt alone. Little did I know so many other people had experienced something similar or exactly like what I did. So these are all the items in our Aaliyah in Action self-care packages. We have lavender shower steamers from Joyful Bath Co., which is a business in Maryland. We have fuzzy socks and all different types of face masks. We have small candles from Smell of Love Candles, which is a small business based in Northern Virginia. Lip balm from Honey Bunny Boutique, which is on Capitol Hill, and both of these businesses are run by children, which we love. And then the Dope Doula provides us with a nice tea, and she is based in DC. And this has really created a community with people, not only in the DC area, but we ship all over the country. We've even shipped outside of the country to Canada, Jamaica, the UK. And so I really just want people to know you're not alone going through this, although it might feel that way, and you can always reach out to support with us. I'm a spa girly. I like, to be taken care of, and I'm all into self-care. And so these were some things that I found myself reaching for a lot on a griefy day. I call them griefy days. If I'm going to be crying all day on my couch, I might as well do it with some fuzzy socks and a face mask on. Have a candle lit. It's hard to be motivated to do something. If you're going to be on your couch all day, at some point you should probably take a shower, and so at least make it a little bit luxurious while you do it. That each package has this self-care choice board, and so think of it kind of like a tic-tac-toe board or bingo board, and the idea is that you cross off one thing each day and you have done something. It can feel really challenging to get motivated to do anything. And so this incorporates what the package has, and then also has some other little ideas, like take a yoga class on YouTube or just say your baby's name out loud, and you can cross it off and say that you did something that day. When you experience this, you lose all control, and all you want to do is control something. And so I think at first a lot of the mentality is, I'll get through this, I don't need to talk it out, and I don't think that that's the best way to embark on your healing journey, which is why I feel like the Aaliyah in Action packages, we're offering something, we're not all up in your face, and you can kind of take time to figure out, what is it that I'm looking for in terms of support? Am I better just trying to support myself? In which case we have some books to help you with that. We have a book for dads. This book is better suited for individuals who are going through miscarriage, and this book is better suited for families going through stillbirth or infant loss. So the feedback has been incredibly positive for something so sensitive and challenging. Originally, I thought maybe a few hospitals would be interested. I had no idea that it would spread the way it has. We are in 40 hospitals, and I'm in talks with 2 more. So it's looking by the end of 2023 that we'll be in 50. I say this with all the love in my heart, but what we do is not about the baby. It's about the person that needs to make it to tomorrow. And we know that most hospitals are providing some sort of memory for baby, but what are we doing for the person that needs to figure out what they're going to do with this new life? And so that's where we come in, and that's what makes us a little bit different, because we're really focused on you. I don't know what I would be doing right now if I didn't start this. I this is my version of parenting. I always say that. This is me parenting Aaliyah. I, do this 24 hours a day, just like I would be a parent to her if she was here 24 hours a day. Some elements of this business stress me out. Others elements make me incredibly happy. Sometimes hearing these stories and connecting with people makes me incredibly sad. I'm experiencing all the same things that I think I would be experiencing if my child was actually here. And I think that kind of helps push me through. It is by no means easy, and I have really bad days sometimes, but this has been keeping me alive in a lot of ways, to know that my daughter's spirit can hopefully support someone else that did not choose this life. Being able to hear her name so often is such a gift for me, and I think that keeps me going. And just knowing that, with the creation of these packages, and earlier I said I really focused on women and Black-owned businesses, and that is a reflection of who Aaliyah would have been growing up here. I like to think that these are some of the shops that she may have, wanted to go to, and so that motivates me to keep going. I'm also motivated by the fact that I feel like I've heard the word stillbirth a lot more often, and I think that's a really important conversation to have. These packages are not only for families that experience stillbirth, but a majority of them do go to those families. And I think it's a very long overdue conversation as to why stillbirth is happening at the rate that it is. And while this focuses on bereavement, I'm also very active in prevention. And I always say I would like one day to have to change the entire mission of Aaliyah in Action, because we've kind of figured out what we need to do to have these losses occur less. But until then, I am just motivated by the fact that I get to be there for others, and that I'm doing it all in the name of my daughter. Ideally, I would love to be in every single labor and delivery unit in the United States. We know that some states are hit a lot harder with stillbirth than others, and so for 2024, it's going to be a priority to get into those states, so especially in the South. But really just, branching out, having people know about us. Another big piece to our strategic planning is making sure that we're reaching people that experience earlier losses that might not be going to the hospital. We find that really challenging, so just increasing awareness on social media, online, to doulas, just different ways for people to find us if they experience an earlier loss and might not be in the labor and delivery unit.
Do you hear from these women who you've helped?
I do. It's interesting. We're 2 years in, and I think that 2 years is still too soon for some people. So I have heard there are some people that will text me the week of, my phone number is on the business card, will text or email me the week of receiving the package, saying something. I've heard from people a year later, so I'm just kind of starting to get some of those emails that say, I received this package, this is how it helped me. I'm always asking for feedback on the packages as well, because we want to make sure that this program is always strong and really providing what people need as opposed to just what I think they need. So I'm always welcoming feedback from everyone, and I want to connect with people that receive this. That means a lot to me, and that helps me in my journey as well.